Hello, everyone. Just checking if you guys can hear me or not. Uh, Seems I'm the only speaker up here.
SVS, baby.
Hello, G. How are you?
What's going on, 2D? How you doing, buddy?
Doing very well. Doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing
Sound
good.
like you're out.
I still got a little service. I'm pretty excited. I never thought I would make it, but we had a little delay with a mechanic from our boat. Fortunately, which bought me the couple hours I needed, and yeah,
Very nice.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. So just like everyone else, usual standard. Give it a couple
There's
of
Bill down
minutes.
there. Bill, if you just want to shoot a request, we'll pull you up there. I think that's Bill anyway. There's Matt too. What's up? What's up? I'm gonna mute myself for a minute.
Hello, chat. Yes, no worries. I have the Discord open as well, so like I'm reading what everyone else is saying it as well. So say
Matt,
hello.
just go ahead and request to come on up. We'll pull you up, buddy. Oh no, that's Matthew Lillard fans. Good to see you here, Matthew Lillard fans. Let me DM them guys real quick.
Yep, so once we have the appropriate people up, then we'll just begin. So, yeah. West Flame says, where is Rion? Ryanair is in fact not in space.
I'm here. I'm just trying to
he's
find
here.
them to bring them up.
He's here on the main SVS account. Oh, you can't say Ryanair. No free promos around here, Katara, unfortunately. Count Motula, 2D, tell us a story. What story would you like to share, my friend? Very bullish on Rion and 2D, yes. I am very bullish as well.
Hey, guys.
On myself and Rion.
Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry. We were on the computer. We didn't realize Spaces was only on mobile. So forgive us.
I'm trying to find Matt's account now. Is he in here as well?
I hope so.
Yeah, we had the same.
I told him to switch over.
Yeah, we had similar issues for a few times we did Spaces, and I didn't realize that it was mobile only. So
All good. Okay, Matt says he's on.
Let me just try and find him. I can't see him raising his hand to speak.
Yeah, if Matt, you could request to speak. Good to see many familiar faces here, though. Appreciate all of you guys joining. And nice to see so many new faces as well. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's fun to see all these different PFPs in here. It's always nice. We got a bunch of amps, a bunch of other cool projects and stuff. It's such a fun community, this NFT world we live in.
Absolutely. That's been one of the best parts about, building a community, is just seeing all the people from all the different places coming in, representing different projects, and yeah, just much love to everybody. It's great.
Well, it's always a fun way to find out about other projects too, because you'll see the chat like, "Hey, where's your PFP from?"
Yeah, it's great. I love
The
it.
next thing you know, go in and be like, "Well, I just bought one."
Dude, I see so much of that in the chat. It's amazing. Just like people are like, "Oh, I love that art. What is that?" And then yeah, the conversation goes, and then people are joining with communities. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and now with Twitter rolling out, their jump into Web3, now we can really start flexing our PFPs.
Yeah, I just heard about that, and I think they're doing it for blue checks only, right? So I think Matt's going to get to be the first of us to do it.
the unattainable blue check that most of us will never see.
I know.
Yeah, blue check discrimination.
Yeah.
That's right. I did. Well, it's like the world of crypto. I just didn't get in Twitter early enough.
Well, it's still not too late. And this NFT boom over the last 1 to 2 years has been pretty crazy, I'd say.
And it's just picking up steam too. It seems like I was talking to my mom, who said her neighbor, who's in his 60s, called her because he's interested in buying NFTs. It's like when that happens.
Oh yeah,
something's about to happen.
Once your grandma's hitting you up about it, then yeah, it's getting big.
That's right. That's the ultimate bullish NFT indicator, right there. You don't need to do any alpha to know that it's gonna take off after that happens.
Yeah, just visit a retirement home. If they're talking about it, you're golden.
That's right.
Yes, so I think
yeah, I'm not
Ryan,
seeing Lillard in there. Where are you at, Lillard?
Yeah, I don't see him in here, so we might have to start, and then if he joins and raises his hand over the next few minutes, we can bring him up.
Yeah, if he raises his hand, then it'll be nice and
I don't
easy,
see him
right?
in here, so I don't think he's managed to make his way in.
Okay, so
I'm texting with him right now, so I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, we can start.
Okay, so welcome everyone. It's nice to have you all here for this week's Twitter Spaces. As we mentioned earlier, we're going to be making much more effort now to push these out as often as we can each week. So yeah, I think I do see quite a lot of new faces in here. So maybe me and Ryan will go through quick intro on SVS, who we are, what we do. So yeah, for those of you who may not know, Ryan is one of the core members of the team. He is just joining off the main SVS Twitter account right now. So just so everyone's nobody's confused with Ryan. So yeah, so we're SVS. A few of the co-founders are here, me, Ryan, Wolf, and then we have another team member here, T. So basically, we are a NFT project. collection of 8,888 vamps, and we've been around for quite a while now, a couple of months, and we're pretty proud of everything we've done and how we've progressed in the space. So yeah, we were just a bunch of friends, and then we decided that it'd be cool if we could come up with something, maybe create a community, centered on a project. So we got put in touch with Mig. He's the former Bored Ape Yacht Club artist. And we got talking, we had a few ideas, and then we thought, it would be cool if we could launch something together. So then we came to the conclusion that we decided, what would be cool, something we haven't seen done before would be more on the, the pop culture side of things. So we thought that, man, doing something with vampires would be awesome, right? As much as I'm sure some of you guys will know, when it comes to things like movies and pop culture, vampires have a big presence in that. So, we kind of put it out there to the community, and it blew up. We had, I think by our mint date, within 3-4 weeks, we had 47,000 members in our Discord, and, we sold out almost immediately. So it was pretty awesome, right? We've had, partners with some pretty cool people since then. We have our own champagne coming. We have, we saw that there would be a space for vamps, in here. So we pushed our way through, and then we were one of the first, if not the, main pioneering vampire projects, we would say, around here. It was pretty interesting because after we launched, we did see quite a lot of projects kind of mimic the vamps for a while. So yeah, I think I'll let Ryan take over on the rest of the intro.
So on top of that, we have announced our Generation 2 drop yesterday. So that's our second official collection that's going to be coming in February, the Sneaky Vampire S Syndicate. So that will be the male vampires from Generation 1 getting their female companions, and that'll be used down the road as well when it comes to Generation 3 for owners of the first 2 vampires to be able to enter the third collection. And we've also focused a lot of our recent efforts around our blood utility token. So as 2D just mentioned, we had quite a lot around the first few weeks where we brought out a lot of updates from our mint, and one of these was staking, which allows people to stake their vampires, and they will receive blood tokens daily. So vampires can be staked for 3 blood per day, and bats can be staked for 1 blood per day. And these blood tokens are used within the whole SVS ecosystem, and everything that we've tried to do since we introduced the staking should be centered around this blood utility. So we've recently started rolling out some of this. I know people within our Discord will have seen our private label champagnes coming along, and that'll be releasing in February. So that'll be vampire holders are able to mint this with blood, and they'll be able to have access to this champagne, and that's only for within the SVS community. One of the big things we also have within SVS is our alpha, and this is where we have whitelist spots for upcoming and hype projects to allow some of the vamp community to join other communities and also be able to secure these whitelists and take profits from them as well. So we'll also be rolling out the blood utility within that, where people will be able to increase their chances and purchase whitelist spots with blood, which is a very powerful tool. We found that a lot of people within the SVS community really value the SVS Alpha as almost one of the top perks, as it can allow them to get into projects that they almost never would have been able to do otherwise. So over the next few days, we're going to be also rolling that out, which I know a lot of people are excited for. When it comes to the Generation 2 female vampires, the Vampiresses, that's going to be discounted with blood. So if you have your blood tokens, you'll be able to save yourself some Ethereum there by using blood to decrease the price. We've also got 2 more lots of vampires coming out, which is 3D models and pixel vampires. So people who own a Generation Vampire are going to be able to get the 3D model files and the 3D models for use within the metaverse, such as Sandbox. So you'll be able to run around as your vampire in there, along with pixel vampires. And we're also working over the next few months to bring out premium merchandise via the blood token. So yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning, everything that we're trying to do now is to incorporate this blood token, which is at the center of the SVS ecosystem. And we hope to bring more of that over the next weeks and months alongside our Generation 2 female vampires drop. So yeah, that's a little bit on the blood token. I know 2D touched on the project in general. I don't know if we've managed to get Matt up yet, but maybe Bill, you can tell us something. Oh no, Matt's here, I think. Let me just add him up.
Yeah, he just joined.
I seen him pop up. I'm glad he got in.
Yeah, he actually didn't have the Twitter app installed. We got to talk about how he has a blue check and no Twitter app. This is ridiculous.
Hey.
Oh no, they might take this blue check away.
How you doing, Matt?
I'm here.
Hey, Matt.
I'm just old. I don't have it on my app because I was too addicted when I was younger, so I took it off. And then all of a sudden we went from computer, and I was like, oh, log into my phone. And so I'm just for the record, I'm old, and sometimes I'm very dumb. So I apologize. But I was listening to everything. Congratulations on minting your second gen vamps. It's rad, and I know the whole.
Oh, they didn't mint yet.
No,
it's coming up.
It's announced for February, but it's. I was hanging out in the lair, and everyone was freaking out about it, so it was very cool.
Yeah, it was nice to see how positive the announcement was responded with. So much support from everyone. It's something that we mentioned like quite a while now, but when we finally put like the month and kind of more specifics on it, it's awesome to see like the community respond so positively.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a long time for Generation 2 because I've been a vamp holder since day one, so I'm very excited for the lady vamps to enter the lair. It's gonna be great.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Yes, it's gonna be great.
Go ahead, Matt.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna see. Should we talk about the Midnite Movie Club and kind of explain what we're doing over there?
Yeah, it started with the vamps, right? I mean, your sort of journey into NFT started with the vamps, and it feels like 100 years ago, but it was like November.
Yeah, I got in. So the vamps were my first NFT. Found you guys basically just when my friend bought an NFT. And he's like, yeah, I got into this one NFT, and so I was like, well, I should find something that speaks to me. And just kind of went on Reddit and was scrolling through the NFT channel and stumbled upon the vamps, and I was like, oh, I'm into horror movies. I love vampires. Like maybe this is a sign. And like, oh, they're doing a video game. Oh, this isn't just JPEGs. There's like actually stuff happening. So jumped into the Discord, got involved, participated in the art contest, got a whitelist spot, and yeah, history was made, and now I'm super into NFTs, and then here we are with this project a couple months later. So
yes,
it was you guys that showed me like how much.
Yeah, the art contest was great fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it was so much fun. I had a blast drawing those. Even after it was over, I mean, people were still drawing and posting in the fan art and stuff, and but just seeing the way that you guys ran your project and the amount of utility you were bringing to it, like really inspired me to come up with the idea for, how can we bring utility to filmmaking? And that's kind of where the genesis of the Midnite Movie Club is. And so for those that aren't familiar, what we're doing is we're creating like the first decentralized movie studio. So we are going to mint our NFTs, and then we're gonna once we do our minting, we're gonna immediately greenlight our first production, which we will announce after the mint. But we've been working on it in the background and stuff, so it's ready to go. So we'll be shooting that in the spring of this year. So that's really exciting. And yeah, all through along the process, we're going to have our community members are going to get to vote on various aspects of the production. So when we go to do some casting, we'll give like 3 to 5 options of actors that we're considering going out to. We'll put like a little description of the character, and then the community will vote on who we should make an offer to first. There's no guarantee that person will say yes, but we'll go through the list as the community wants us to. And along the way, there'll be things, like costumes or, different music cues, all sorts of different parts of the filmmaking process where we're going to be going to the community to put input. And then once we do the second movie, we're actually going to let the community greenlight the first film. So we'll give 3 to 5 filmmakers, a platform to pitch their project. They'll be able to kind of show a lookbook, maybe do some script pages. And then from there, the community will choose which movie we make. And that's the film that gets funded from the community wallet and goes into production. And the way we sort of have it worked out in the back end is that when the movie makes money, that money goes back into the community wallet so we can keep funding and making more and more movies. And then on top of just the filmmaking utility of it, we're actually launching what's called the Night School. So we want to have a lot of opportunities for new filmmakers to be able to get into the space, get involved. So we're going to have like tutorials on how to do different aspects from, you know, like building props or doing budget scheduling. We'll have templates for all that stuff, like for schedules. We'll have ADs coming on and showing you how to kind of plan out a shoot. We're going to do fireside chats with industry professionals where we'll have producers, costume designers, prop makers, anybody, you know, that we can get to come and do, you know, talk to our members, and they can answer questions. And on top of that, we want to also bring people on to the actual production. So if we're filming in one of the states that has tax incentives and you live in that state and you want to be in art department, then we'll bring you on to come work in art department. And if you're not in, you know, anywhere near where we're filming, we have lots of opportunities for people across the globe. Like there's plenty of stuff in films, like graphic design, like for posters on the walls, for t-shirts that the characters have to wear. All of that stuff can be created by the community, and you'll actually get to see it up on screen. So we have a lot of fun stuff. Matt, am I forgetting anything? Is there anything I left out?
No, it's just it just sort of it's being built on utility, right? It's that next gen NFT and what you guys have done with VAMPs in terms of creating a layer and having people there on Discord all the time and engaged in building as a sort of a family and a community. I mean, that's what we're going to try to do around filmmaking and these people that are storytellers from all over the world. And look, we started last Monday, right? We're like 10 days in, and it's weird. I turned 52 on Saturday. Yes, happy birthday to me. Thank you very much.
Almost the same birthday as me, Matt.
When's your birthday? Oh no, my birthday's When's your birthday?
13th of January.
Oh, nice. I don't know. Happy birthday.
Happy belated.
You too. Thank you. You too. You too.
But the the idea of Discord, I've never been on Discord. Like I've used it every now and then, and all of a sudden we created this space and this community has popped up, and it's weird. Like I'm on Discord all the time, engaging. I'm engaging with our fans. I'm engaging with people that are believers in the community, what we're doing. And it's kind of like I didn't log on yesterday for longer than like 10 minutes, and I felt guilty. Like I was missing friends. It's a very strange relationship that has sparked out of this Discord. And frankly, like everything that we're building has been based on you and on what the Vamps did. And early on, you know, we sort of did like a reverse rate. Like Bill and I came over and said, if any Vamps want, you know, whitelist, you want to be whitelisted, come on over. And we gathered a bunch of Vamps. We've got OG and Crisis and Blue, and everyone has been like so welcoming. I mean, that's the crazy thing I think that I didn't expect in the NFT space is that all these Vamps came over and sort of like built the Discord in their image, right? And they're generous with teaching people, because I had a bunch of kids coming over from Twitter and people that had never been to NFT spaces, and here they are all the way along. The great Aspie, I mean, all these Vamps keep showing up and teaching our Discord what it is to be, you know, in a member of this community. So it's been a crazy 10 days, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely a little rocky start with day one, but smooth sailing pretty much ever since.
I had this thing with Twitter. So I tweeted, and I don't know, you guys maybe can help. I tweeted out to my Twitter, like I have a couple 100,000 followers, and I was like, good morning, here we, like, let's LFG, let's go. And the amount of like blowback I got from the community on Twitter was crazy. It was like,
you were drawn and quartered. It was crazy. Yeah, it was nuts.
I was like, I expected like nothing but love and fluffy, you know, and fluffiness, and I just got punched in the mouth again and again. Do you guys have that, or is it just me? Am I the only one that people hate?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing, right? Because while we're in the NFT space and the crypto space, it seems to us as if it's growing at such a tremendous rate. I know even from like 6 months ago, before we even started SVS, you know, the NFT space has grown so much. But then it just takes going back to the real life sort of partnerships that we've done when you realize just how many people still have no idea about the space. And it's interesting to see how over the next months and years that's going to grow even more to, you know, even more people with the mass adoption. Like we said with the Twitter today, bringing in the NFTs as well. It's just going to be bringing even more and more eyes into the space in general, which is great.
Absolutely.
Like that whole what kind of stuff were they saying? That's interesting to me. Like, what kind of hate?
Ponzi scheme. Dude. Yeah, it was brutal.
Lillard,
like,
you're
money laundering, Ponzi
killing
scheme.
People. Like you're killing
All right.
people because of energy. I mean, the whole,
Yeah,
the punchback and
don't forget killing the environment,
yes,
carbon emissions. Yes, the
I'm
standard.
single-handedly responsible for people all over Kakistan like perishing, and I'm like, oh my god, and I don't. It's to the point like I have on my top of my Twitter, will blog 0Fs given, because I'm like, if you look, here's my whole jam. I come out the world with love. Like if you come to a con and see me, I will hug the shit out of you. I don't care who you are. Like I believe you lead with love, great things happen. So I'm like, and I see the power in NFTs. I see the power in crypto and the blockchain and the future. Like I've for the last year and a half, I've been like digging into the blockchain and trying to figure it out. And I see all the positive, but the amount of hate I got back was like like it was a tsunami. Like I couldn't push it. Like I was like started to answer people like, you just don't understand yet. Like, hey, here you should check out this space or check out this piece of literature. And at some point,
Yeah,
I took Twitter down because I was like, I took it down because I was getting punched so hard that I was like, it's not worth it.
yeah, I think some people just by the nature are a little bit resistant to change sometimes, or some people don't like the norm to be broken, but it definitely has its space, right? Like there has to be a reason why so many people are onboarding the space, so many brands are joining, so like there has to be a reason for that, right? So I think that in itself says a lot. But Matt, before we continue, we have a surprise for you here at SVS.
Oh,
So yes, so
are you gonna make
we've
me
been
cry?
working
Is
on.
somebody gonna get a tattoo of my face on their neck? What's happening?
Yeah, maybe Freddie can do that. He's got a lot of surface area to work with. So, so we have had a honorary vamp made for you by our talented artist Mig, and then we're going to be tweeting that now. Ryan will be tweeting, and then we're going to be pinning it to the top of the spaces. So we just thought that it
Oh,
would be
dude.
cool to let you know here.
Oh man.
Live.
Dude, I'm so giddy right now. It's ridiculous.
Okay, that should be at the top of the space now.
Oh, that is sick, dude.
Yeah, so it's not something we had too much feedback with because it was a surprise. So we do hope that we went off what we could, and you do like it, and it fits.
Dude,
yeah,
it is amazing.
Mig is super talented when it comes to these honoraries. So yeah, we're happy, and we hope you like the little surprise.
Dude,
phenomenal, dude.
That is so amazing. So I don't own an NFT yet. So I've been like stalking OpenSea for vamps. And so
what
I'm
better one for your first one than your own one?
Dude, that's crazy. That is so
I love it.
fly. Well, first of all, let me just say right now, I'm super honored, and I think that what listeners may not know is that we reached out and connected with you guys, and on like the fourth day that we started, and you guys have offered us this opportunity to come on Spaces to talk about our project, to introduce ourselves more thoroughly to the world and to your community. And I just think you guys have been super advocates for us and super gracious, and we're humbled and thankful. And just the idea that you guys went through this and Mig did this for me is really, really special. So thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. We thought as soon as we seen you guys in the lab, we thought it was a perfect opportunity. I know back in December we did the collaboration with Paramount for Scream 5, and I don't know if it's a spoiler to say you're not quite in that one, but
No.
the Scream franchise in general, it seems like a perfect fit when you guys are coming into the lair. The community were getting excited and things like that. It was a perfect fit, and you guys are super cool. So it's just good to be vibing and talking among both communities.
Yeah,
that's why we do love these these spaces that we do with more and more people, more and more projects. We have AMA in our Discord every week. We make it an effort to keep that up every Wednesday at 4 p.m. EST. But these spaces, even our community enjoys them more as well, because we get to interact with other communities as well, other cool people of influence, in a public forum like this. It is really cool, right? So share ideas, share stories. So it's something that we definitely are super excited to be doing.
Yeah, it's great. We actually kind of took a cue from your book because we're going to start trying to do our weekend AMAs like on Sunday mornings. And I was like, dude, SVS does it every week. It just keeps everybody up to date. I just love that they do that. I'm like, we have to do that with our project. So we try to be
it's good.
as active. It does, yeah. People don't like to be left hanging. Like there's so many projects I've been in where I'm like, what is going on with this thing? Like, why did I buy this? What are they doing behind the scenes? And yeah, you just kind of forget about it. But you guys are always on top of it every week. Love tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I mean, they're always fun, right? Like the AMAs always have quite a bit of fun in them. So, you know, you don't have to actually have an update every week, right? Because it's not something that's like, you know, things take time to build, right? But it is cool to just be able to engage, take questions. So like for us, usually we have, you know, for Josh, our game developer, when it was his birthday on the AMA, we had him up, and then we had like 20 of the OGs come up and sing happy birthday, you know, and we record all our AMAs and put them on YouTube as well. So it is a pretty fun process, and I'm sure you guys will fall in love with it really quick.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride so far.
My old ass is trying to put this on my Twitter. If I lose you, just know I love you.
Yeah, no, it's a huge accountability thing as well. You know, like our community knows that you know, we're holding each other accountable, and we're showing up each and every week and providing, you know, any updates where we can, and you know, really just hearing the community out. It's definitely a thing that contributes to the strong community as well.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. This is great.
Okay, so
Thank you guys.
You guys, I didn't cry, but I'm really thankful. It's super cool.
Yeah, and we want to also invite over, if there's any Vamps listening that haven't joined MMC yet, head on over, and we got our mods ready. Just drop your Vamp in the chat, and we'll whitelist you for, I don't know, until the spaces end. We'll get that going for anyone listening. And then, yeah, we'll talk to you guys, too. We'll throw some whitelist spots for the Alpha contest as well, if you guys want. We really just, want to give back to the community, because you guys, again, have just been such like a guiding light for us throughout this whole process.
Yeah, for sure.
In the meantime, if anyone does want to come up and ask anything to us or Matt or Bill or anything about either project or just chat in general, be sure to request to speak, and we'll bring some people up shortly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and before I forget, can we announce about how we talked to you guys, and Latency Labs is going to do our smart contract? Can we officially announce that?
Oh yeah, definitely. So I know you've been speaking. I know Freddie's not here, but I know Wolf is in the chat as well, because I know there's been talk as well. That's one of the things we've been trying to push recently, especially within the Vamp community, that our two talented developers, Wolf and Freddie, are happy to assist project launches, audit smart contracts, just help with anything regarding NFT project releases. I know we've just been talking about how the space is growing at such a rapid rate. And we know that even within the Vamp community, there's a lot of our original holders from a few months ago are starting to branch out, you know, get more into NFTs, more into crypto, and even some of them starting their own projects. And Wolf and Freddie realized that there was quite a lot of people coming to them asking for help, you know, because it's such a relatively new space that, you know, a lot of people might want to launch their project, but they don't necessarily know how to do it. So over the weeks and months, Wolf and Freddie have been getting more and more DMs asking for assistance with this, assistance with that, with their launch, with their metadata generation, the image generation, things like that. So that's where they've come out and said that they're happy, especially within the whole Vamp community. If anyone is starting their project or needs any assistance, they're happy to guide them along their way. And that's when you two guys as well came, because I know you've been speaking to some other guys, but you're also interested in Wolf and Freddie being able to assist you guys with your launch. So yeah, that's something we've been talking over the last few days, and we're happy to announce that Latency Labs, which is what Wolf and Freddie are doing all of this under, are going to be helping Matt and Bill with their launch, which is super exciting.
Yeah, we're beyond excited. Like I was literally telling Matt how great your launch went. I was like, man, it'd be awesome, like to get, you know, these guys do it. And literally like a day or two later was when you did the announcement in the SVS Discord about latency. And I was like, this timing is insane. The universe is just dropping this right in our lap. It's great. So yeah, we really appreciate you guys coming on and helping us out with that. And we wanted to really promote and support Latency. So get the word out there about them.
Yeah, of course, for sure. Definitely. Oh, go on, T.
Yeah, you forgot to mention, Ryan, they accept blood.
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's a big thing for us as well. You know, our ecosystem, revolves around blood. So latency accepting blood is a huge thing for us as well.
Yeah, especially, I know, because especially in Wolf and Freddy's aspect, it's definitely nothing to do with the sort of like money type thing. It's definitely just that we realised there was such an increase in Vamps wanting assistance with their projects, that we thought it was a perfect tie-in for the blood utility token being focused around anything and everything SVS holders, that it's such a perfect tie-in that those wanting assistance from within our community are able to do so at no physical cost for themselves, but just through the utility token from staking their vampires.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. You guys just keep bringing great utility to your token. I love it.
That's the idea, you know. That's the idea, you know. We just build a whole ecosystem around blood and around vamps. So, you know, that's why we have Gen 1, we have the bats, we have the Gen 2, the vampires coming. So, you know, stuff like that is extremely exciting, and you know, we hope that we will be able to work with other projects along the way as well.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I love that you're just supporting other projects too, because like, as you know, as Matt always says, a rising tide raises all ships. So it's like we're all helping each other out, because it's really about promoting the NFT space. So there's not, you know, I like that there's no, you know, people aren't as competitive. It's all just everyone helping each other, and yeah, just doing the best that we can to make it a welcoming space for all the new people.
I just want to say, like, it's still so early. Like, if anyone's out there and like going, well, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, like, we're learning a lot. Like Bill says, and I think it's totally true. Like, every hour in the NFT space feels like a week, because so many things are moving. There's so much action. There's so many people connecting and so many things to do. But if you're new and you're sitting out in that chat and like you're thinking to yourself, maybe I've got something, maybe I don't. Like, there should be no fear, because right now we're like the 1% of the world that understands the power of NFTs. Like, the whole world sort of thinks, you know, incorrectly, that they're just expensive JPEGs, and the reality is that the utility and the community that comes behind it is the future. And I just think, if you're out there and you're considered,
Yeah, no. Like, some people don't understand, or don't. I think don't understand isn't a fair assessment, but maybe they don't see that it's kind of like, you know, kind of like a pass or like a club. You know, some people does see like that, right? Only X amount of people are ever able to enter this community or club or, you know, group of people with the benefits, and you know, there is an entry barrier. But at the end of the day, only so many people will ever be allowed in to experience the benefits, right? So it's not just like it's just one photo on a screen or on your phone. It's that's just like the license or the pass to everything else that comes with it, right? And it's a limited supply. You know, like, even for us now, we have about 4,670 vamp holders right now. So our unique holder count is very high. But you know, obviously that's something that as time goes, all of us equally want it to be as high as possible, right? So the benefits are shared between as many people as possible, and we can grow all the communities together.
yeah, totally agree.
Okay, I see there are a few people who've requested to speak, so I'm going to bring some of them up to ask any questions, or just generally join the chat. It could be very lethal, you know. We don't know whether they're supporters of either project,
friend or foe.
But that's just part of the interest. So we'll bring some people up. I first invited Don't Feed the Wolf. He should be connecting now.
And at least, you know, Vamp themed.
While we're waiting, Matthew, I got a question for you. So this is your first NFT is a custom one designed by Mig. Like, what was it that kind of like, what have you been waiting for to buy an NFT until now? Like, well, what is it that, you know, you're kind of like waiting for to jump in?
Yeah. So first of all, my wife is like, wait, what? What are you doing? Like, so I'm here. Bill and I are spending hours and hours, like gazillion hours, building this space, and she's like, doesn't really get the whole NFT thing. And so when you say to her, hey, I'm going to go spend, you know, 1,000, you know, 500, $600 on a NFT, she's like, your birthday's coming. So, So I was gonna buy one for my birthday. We're going away for my birthday, and I was like, we're gonna sit and buy one as like a gift, as a treat, as something nice for me. So it's like, trying to get her to sort of buy into the process and check it out. And so, yeah, but listen, every single time a vamp comes into our chat and drops their vamp, I'm like, oh, look at all the vamps. They're so rad. So I was just waiting for that. And then, listen, when we are, as we go through, like I've become more and more sort of, to be clear, like my journey in NFTs really started towards the end of December. So I'm so new to the space that it's still a lot of learning. And before I start my own collection, I want to have meaning behind it. I want to buy things that mean something to me. So it's really humbling to get this. And I'm so grateful. And I mean, I literally keep looking at it on my phone. So it's perfect. So thank you.
That's awesome. And I would say before the next speaker jumps up real quick, my advice for you going forward in your NFT journey, do not click on any links you get from direct messages in Discord.
Oh yeah, we're constantly reminding people we have a bot every few hours that reminds all of our members like, hey, close your DMs, here's a GIF on how to do it, like don't click anything.
Don't do it.
The funny thing is Matt's DMs are so locked down, like I couldn't even friend him when he first. I was like, put these settings, and then we're like, how do we become friends? I'm like, now you got to go undo shit. Like, we
Too
much lockdown.
Yeah, we saw my experience trying to get on Twitter. Like I am like a child next to a pool who can't swim. I'm like, please, I need people to teach me every step of the way the things to do and not to do. And look, again, going back to our mods are all vamps, and all of them have this like generosity of spirit, and they have no problem teaching. I mean, that's one of the great things I think about the Midnite Movie Club is that generosity of spirit that started here.
Yeah, and we actually started a system we kind of implemented where you can actually go claim a role, and you can either be, if you're new to NFTs, you can claim the Padawan role. If you're an NFT expert, you can claim the Jedi role, and that way you'll see a little icon next to people's names in the chat. So if you need help, you can reach out to a Jedi and be like, hey, how do I set up my wallet? How do I do this? And we have tons of guides and stuff. So we're just trying to like bring in new people into the NFT space because there's a lot of people that showed up that were there for Matthew Lillard or like the movies and stuff that don't really know about it. So our job is to onboard these people in an easy way where it's not going to be a bad experience that turns them off to NFT. So we're just trying to make it as quick, like easy and welcoming as possible.
Very cool.
Did the wolf?
Cool.
Did the running with the wolf show up?
Yeah, I think Wolf's here. He's muted, but hopefully he should be able to speak.
Are you there? Don't feed the wolf. Gotta hit the mute button. There
Sorry.
we go.
Sorry, I didn't know if you were, because there's, Wolf, WOOF, who's on the screen.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you guys were talking about me or him.
No, we're talking about you. No worries.
Awesome. Obviously, I don't know if you guys remember me, but I was one of the first art winners early days for the whitelist for Vamps. So I've been with you guys since then.
That's awesome to hear.
I'm playing around with the new Twitter Blue verifying NFTs. Unfortunately, you can't verify your Vamp that's staked, even though you guys did the awesome token that you gave us. I guess it doesn't pick up the Polygon, or I don't know. So I verified the 888 one for now.
I see.
It's a good start.
Yeah,
It is looking good, very good.
Thank you. I just wanted to say I love this. I've been a fan of Matt for a long time. Hackers, obviously, outside of SLC Punk. So if you guys were going to choose anything to reference between those two, I think you went with an awesome choice. So I just wanted to say hi, and I have no questions or anything. I just want to come up and say hi.
Word. Thanks, man.
Yeah. And hop in our Discord. We have an upcoming event regarding hackers that you might enjoy that we're discussing currently. We're not releasing details, but it's something that's on the table. So
awesome.
Come check that out.
I will definitely hop in there. Also, I wanted to say you're doing it right too, Matt. I like that you came into the space and have been checking it out first and getting into the collecting before creating a collection. I think that's the right way, and you're obviously, biased opinion and good company with the Vamps as well.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I mean, it's exciting because I feel like, I don't know, it's like when somebody explained to you, hey, there's this thing out there called AOL, and you're like, wait, what is that? There's like this whole new world that I'm figuring out. So it's been exciting.
Yeah, it's a nice process, right? It feels like every day
Yeah,
you discover something new, you learn something new, you know?
yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, I invited Plaffy up as well. I know he's an original Vampire supporter, so he should be able to speak now as well if he wants.
Hello.
Hey, what's
Hey,
happening?
Hey, nothing much.
Hello, Flaffy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Supersonic.
Making it another day, you know.
Flaffy,
Matt,
before your question, if you don't mind,
go ahead.
Matt and, our guests and everyone that might be new, I just keep thinking, looking at a photo and remembering this performance you did, Flaffy, brings back good memories.
I still have.
I'm not sure if Matt is aware of that, but yeah.
Yeah.
No,
just,
fill us in.
Nah,
Update Matt.
Yeah, you can skip the first one. So pretty much I had bets with Mig on UFC fights, and I've lost all of them. So just whoever I pick the other guy and throw all your money on it. You'll win. It's my guarantee. And I've had to sing Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus and Kiss by a Rose by Seal. And then I've got one more that I need to sing. But the SVS community hasn't picked a song yet. So I'm waiting on them to pick a song to sing. But I just wanted to come up here and let you know, Matt, that if you look at the Scream announcement that SVS had a while back, when Scream's Twitter posted that, they also got a ton of backlash. I just think it's just not a full understanding of what the space is. For me personally, this space has been huge for my mental health. There's a lot of positive people and a lot of positive energy that I think hopefully as people start to get more and more involved, they'll see kind of the better aspects of it. But I guess outside of that, I had a question on MMC. Like, what's one of your, I guess, kind of one of your bigger goals? Like, are you like with creating movies? It takes a while for production. So, are y'all thinking of putting out like a movie every 2 years, or just kind of an idea on that?
I mean, go ahead, Matt.
No, good. No, you go for it, Bill. I'll clean up.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, like especially with indie films, it's a much quicker process because you don't have the money. So I think the idea for us is that like with our initial fundraise, we want to be able to support at least 2, hopefully 3 movies out of the gate. So this first one will go into production this spring, which after shooting and then post, we're hoping that it'll be done around the fall, winter of this year, and then we want to go immediately into the next pitching round, maybe even like sort of when we're in post on that one, get the next ball rolling. And after we mint, and that's again, Hollywood hasn't really kind of like properly gotten into NFTs yet. So we're trying to get more stories and stuff picked up like by like Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, Variety, all that stuff. But there's we're just being told, oh, there's not a story till you guys start moving forward. But we'd ideally like to, once we launch, start taking meetings with various places to try and get like a distribution deal for all of our films. That would be ideal. If not, we'll do the traditional route of going film by film to different distributors. But if there's a way to partner with like a Netflix or an Amazon or a Shudder or somebody down the road, like that would be ideal. But yeah, the idea is that we just want to like continue to make movies and try to like shorten that process, because again, you're used to seeing Hollywood movies where they're spending millions of dollars, they have months to shoot. Like indie films are much quicker turnaround. Like you're usually shooting them in less than a month, and then you have a couple months of post-production, and then you're off to the races with film festivals and seeking distributors. So
yeah, and there's we're doing genre films, so they're horror films, thriller, sci-fi, so they're sort of smaller budgets movies that we kind of like to make and we like to be a part of. So and then the other thing is that the community is always going to be active, so there'll always be, so as we're in production, like we'll have live sort of AMAs from the set. We'll have the ability to see not trailers, but behind the scenes photos and footage, like set visits, like there'll be all kinds of opportunities to engage in that film production, and then going into sort of building a community for filmmakers, putting filmmakers with other filmmakers, with writers, directors, and starting to build around that. And then like all the things that movie buffs love, like trivia nights and watch parties. And so lots of community building around it, and then engaging in films, lots of films.
Yeah, the biggest thing is, again, like you said, we don't want to just go disappear for a couple of months to go make a movie. We want everyone there every step of the way that, you know, normally doesn't get to see how a movie's made. So if we're doing a table read, we'll probably have that being filmed as well, so we can put it up online for our community members to see and kind of get a feel for how that stuff works. Or if there's art department meetings, location scouts, we want them to see the full scope of like what it takes to make a film. I think that's kind of like the big idea. The whole idea is we were just tired of like watching movies that suck, and we just were like, what happened to the fun movies like from like the 90s, 2000s, 80s, like all that stuff? Like, where are those fun movies again? Let's try to make those, like ones that are not 2.5 hours long and just something you can go and enjoy. So we were tired of going through the Netflix queue like all night, spending an hour and be like, oh, there's nothing on to watch. Like I just went through hundreds of things. And so we're like, let's just start, you know, making our own stuff, because you get so many notes from marketing departments when you're on these bigger budget movies that they start to tell you, oh, the audience wants to see this kind of movie, or they want to see this actor. And we're like, well, why? And then usually they're wrong. So you end up changing your movie and then they weren't actually right. So we're like, well, why don't we just ask the audience what they want to see and who they want in the movie, and let them decide, go directly to the source. So that's kind of where we birthed this idea.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. Thank you for the rundown.
Yeah.
I'm going to step down. It was great talking to you guys.
Thank you. Look forward to your next performance.
I can't wait. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I've got something lined up for like
Yeah, I think maybe you do a duet with Matthew.
Okay.
Slow down.
Yeah, come on, Matt. Jump in on it.
Do a little dirty
that would be
dancing.
something special.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Nobody needs that. Every artist has.
Are you sure?
limits.
I don't think you've heard Wrecking Ball yet. So if the Vamps can withstand that, yeah, you'll be good. But yeah, I've got something special planned for the Vamps after the females drop, for a small little performance, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, nice.
But I'm gonna
be exciting.
I'm gonna step down. Yeah. All right. It was good talking to you guys.
Good talking to you. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Just for you guys to know, Plaffy hit the high note so loud, he belted it so loud that his mic cut out.
Oh, that's amazing. I gotta find that. That's on
probably
YouTube,
best.
right on the AMAs. I gotta send that to Matt to see. He's gotta hear that.
Yeah.
Probably best.
Maybe if Ryan, you have the video link somewhere.
Yeah, it's definitely recorded, so we'll put it in the later. We'll find it.
Yeah, we'll send it over to you guys later as well. I know most of chat loves Plaffy's performances.
Yeah, I just wanted to pop in real quick and say I plan on doing a MMC SVS karaoke night as soon as I get back from this boat trip. So I expect to see Matt and Flappy there, and I want to hear that duet. Let's go.
Dude, you sound great for being on a boat right now, I gotta say.
Dude, I got one bar of service. It went out for a while, and it just came back, and I'm like, yes, it's back. Let me jump in there. Oh man, I was like, I'm over here on the edge of my seat trying to get up in here. I'm glad this all I'm glad this all went down great. This is awesome what you guys are doing. NFTs are the future. I mean, Tom Brady just released one, or is about to. Walmart's trying to do it. Everybody's getting in on it. We're just all early.
Yeah. And a huge thank you to you. The reason we're here right now is because of you. Like, you were the connective tissue that really put us in touch with it. So we just want a million thank yous to you.
Oh, dude.
And also, the over-under on your LFGs every single day is like at 15. I keep pounding it over.
I'm going to LFG till the day I die, man. That's my thing.
No, wait, I got to jump in here real quick.
Yeah, jump in.
Go ahead, Matthew. No, I was like, OG told a story that when he was talking to you guys on the phone, that his wife busted into the room.
Oh my God.
Is this true?
Yeah, they wanted to have a little chat. They wanted to have a little chat. We started talking, but I got 4 little kids, man, and they were like screaming in the background. I was like, man, I got to get somewhere quiet. So I dipped into this dark bedroom, and I'm sitting there listening to them. We're joking around. They're really funny to talk to, you know. I mean, like Matt and Bill are just fucking hilarious, you know. So I'm in there giggling like a little schoolgirl, and my wife goes walking by the room, and she's like, what is going on in there? Opens the door and sees me like in a dark room laughing on the phone, assumes instantly that it's another girl for some reason. starts screaming at the top of her lungs, "Oh, why don't you tell her about your wife and family?" Starts smacking me in the head. I'm like, "Guys, I gotta
She
go.
came
I'm
in
sorry."
real hot.
I was like, "It's Matt and
Came in
Bill, I
real
swear."
hot.
She's like, "Yeah, right." Smacks
Dude,
me
if you put
around.
it
I
in the
hang up on
movie,
Matt and Bill.
yeah.
Ugh,
Go
it
ahead.
was hilarious.
Oh,
If
was
you put
great.
it in the movie, you wouldn't believe it. You literally wouldn't
No.
believe it. She was like, "Who are you talking to?" I mean, she was so angry. It was crazy.
Yeah, I said I expected nothing less from the wife of a fisherman. Like, she's just keeping you on your toes, keeping you in check.
Oh, dude, she's 5 foot of fury, and she's Brazilian, so they're very passionate people, you know? Yeah. But then
That was
afterwards,
amazing.
I showed her who
that was a
it
great
was.
moment.
I showed her all the DMs, and I was like, "Look, it's Matt Lillard, it's Bill. I mean, what are you doing to me? You killed me over here." And she's like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." She's like, "Do they want help? I can run their Instagram." I'm an Instagram pro. I'm like, "Oh, now she wants to be on the team." Jesus Christ.
That's great.
Hilarious. I'm scared if we don't take her, which she does.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, how far out to sea are you right now?
We're like 20 miles, but where we leave in Massachusetts, you pass by a bunch of islands. So right now we're near Nantucket. Every time I go near an island, I get some service so I can jump in. But in about an hour here, we're going to lose it completely. I'll be about 100 miles out this trip. So.
And
I'll
is
be
it
gone for
still
about 12
snowing?
days. It was earlier. It's not now, fortunately. Yeah. It's going to be cold
Dude,
this trip.
that looked brutal. That looked brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent us a video of him leaving port. Yeah, no joke.
Yeah.
Be safe out there, man. We're really
Yeah, OG, we wouldn't be here without you. You're the best, dude. Thank you so much for
Thanks
jumping
so much,
in.
OG.
Dude, no doubt.
Yeah,
These guys are great guys. SVS is my family. I've been there since the first week. I love everyone in that layer. I was a big crypto guy. I was never big in NFTs, and SVS got me in too, just like you guys. And I just fell in love with these people. Like I can honestly say that Mars, Brock, Baloo, Dork, everybody, Clappy, everybody is my friend. Like, I care about these people. Crisis. I would go down to Florida just to hang out with them. You know what I mean? Like, I really do care about these people, and I've never met them a day in my life, and it was kind of amazing to me, how this all goes down. And as soon as you guys came in the lair and we started talking, I was like, man, we got to really embrace these guys. These are really good dudes. They're good at heart, and they're new to the game, and we got such the best devs in the business. So it's like, let's embrace these guys. Let's bring them into the family and work together to push towards a bigger, brighter future, And so that's what we're going to do. No doubt.
Dude, you've been incredible. Thank you so much, man.
So great. Yeah,
thank you so
again.
much. We have some big things coming. Thank you so
All right,
much.
I'm going to give up the mic, let you guys talk. Let's do it. LFG.
I know we are getting close to the hour
SVS
now.
X
And there's still quite a
MMC.
few hands up.
Be safe out there.
There he is. So I know Deathwing's up. I just invited him up, so if he wants to unmute and ask anything, and then we might take one or two more before wrapping up.
Sounds good. Hello, Deathwing. Can you hear us?
You guys,
muted,
I put my vamp in my profile. You see it? And I'm looking at the chat. You see him? He's so handsome.
Yeah, it looks good. I've also invited Zender up as well. You should be able to speak now as well.
Hello.
Hello, Zenda.
Hello.
Hey, Zender.
How's it going, guys?
Good, bro.
Pretty good.
Good.
I just wanted to come up to show off my NFT profile pic. It's a bat.
Oh, nice. Little bat. I see him. Dope.
You got the Twitter blue?
Yes, I got Twitter blue.
Jeez.
They just released it today, so yay.
Very nice.
Had to show off the bat.
What's the process? How do you do it? I haven't done it yet, so.
It's really easy. Once you get Twitter blue, it's like $2 a month, which is like it's like 0.0000 ETH. So don't worry about it. It's not much.
Especially after all the gas have been paying, that is nothing. In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like if I sell it right now, it's gonna switch back to like a circle one. Otherwise, if it's like linked, it's gonna show up as a hexagon or whatever.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's smart. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
nice.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Very nice. Oh, I see a tweet now. It's only 0.0001 00006381420.
Gotta go, guys. Bye.
Right
Take
on.
care.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming.
Later.
Okay, I've just invited up Jarek as well. I think that might be our last one for today. We've been going over an hour now, so we can always hang out more often. This doesn't have to be a one-time thing, so we can do it again.
For sure. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, by the way, you know.
Yeah.
MCM and Matt.
Yeah, dude, it's been fun. It's been great.
Oh, this has been amazing.
Jarek, you're muted.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
how are you?
Hello.
Doing great, doing great. So if I lose signal, I'm in my house cooking, so sorry about that. I was wondering, for the Midnite Movie Club, I've kind of always been an amateur screenwriter, I guess, myself. So I was wondering, is there any play on maybe looking at that, you know, as far as, you know, taking on other people's, you know, screenplays or whatnot, maybe, you know, having like a voting system or something to not just take into account, you know, what actors people want to see, but, you know, maybe allow individuals to submit that stuff. If I missed that as already being a part of the project, I apologize, but I couldn't.
Oh no, yeah, we didn't get into it, but it's in the white papers, and yeah, it's definitely something down the road that we want to do. Like for this initial first couple movies, we're gonna just be like kind of curating, but we want to open it up to the community and like let people be able to come in and vote. So yeah, that's definitely on the horizon where we want members to be able to submit and pitch projects to the community. So absolutely is on our roadmap for sure.
That is awesome,
like,
man.
Yeah, the idea of getting like writers with writers, like having like writer breakout rooms where writers are pushing each other to push pages every week, to get together, come back together, then, you know, bring in a mentor that can kind of lead that that chat,
mentor,
like lead that, like sort of like
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, your amateur like status gets elevated, and you have a chance to learn and grow within the community. That's our whole goal.
Yeah.
Like, our goal at the end of the day, can we build the next generation of filmmaker within our community? If so, nothing would make us happier to find somebody that finds us, starts young, grows through the process, and we end up making their movie. I mean, that's the Cinderella story.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Is that we find that kid out in the middle of nowhere that doesn't think they have a chance to touch Hollywood, and we end up telling that story. Like, what, you know, it doesn't have to be a feature either. Like, we want to do like short films. We want to bring in filmmakers, to find writers, to find cinematographers. I mean, Noah's in the chat. I see Noah, and Noah's the one that brought Bill and I together, and here we are, 10 years later, building something that, you know, we're super excited about. So it's
I think it's incredible, and
yeah, thanks.
Really glad to see something like this happen from all of you guys.
Thanks, bro.
At SVS as well. Like I sat around with my son, and you know, for your guys' drop for, you know, hours trying to buy this stuff. So I've been in since, you know, day one. I love the project, and I just got to harp on the family part. You know, I feel like everybody's talking about how great of a community is, and you know, I can't harp on that anymore. You know, it's just so great, and I think that what you guys are doing is great with the movies. Movies have been like a godsend in my life. That and music, so incredibly excited to see where it goes. Thanks for taking the questions too, guys.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. And again, get involved soon, because like we're still having it where you know, you can talk with other screenwriters, get notes, feedback. I'm sure we're going to do down the road when we do some more filmmaker giveaways. We want to be able to have some contests to give away, you know, filmmaker packages like cameras, or even like script coverage or notes from a professional. Like, those are things that we want to be able to like offer through the connections that we have. So again, we want to foster the next generation of filmmakers. So get involved, come hang out.
Thanks,
it's a super chill environment.
Absolutely, I'm already over there. I look forward to the drop,
awesome.
and I'm gonna maintain an active part. So have a great day, everyone. Stay blessed.
Awesome. Take care. Thank you.
I mean, look, that's the thing, right? This is why this is so important for us, is that we're still a long way from minting. Like, we are a baby project. We started 10 days ago. That's why this reach out is essential for us. It's essential for our growth. The ability to spread our word, to speak our mission statement to people is super powerful. And you guys having us on makes a huge difference in our journey, right? I mean, we started the day out with like 500 Twitter followers, and, you know, before we jumped on, we had doubled that. So, you know, this is the kind of thing that changes our lives, it changes the community's life, and gives us hope that, you know, we're going to mint out and build something that will stand the test of time, be around for a long time, and bring utility to the communities. So we appreciate it.
This was same same here. You know, we appreciate you guys coming on, connecting with us. This was fun. You know, it's fun. It's something that we're always down to do again, anytime.
Excellent. Great.
Now, every
So
time
I
I come
think,
back, do I get like an honorary? Like, do I get it every time?
that might be a bit
I'm
difficult,
kidding.
but you know, we can try work something out.
No, super humble. Thank you guys. Much love.
Maybe if you beat our resident Lair karaoke master Plaffy, then we can.
Oh, there you go, a little duel.
I'm happy
Yeah,
with my one. Thank you. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed the surprise, and want to thank you guys for being here with us, and thank everyone else for tuning in. And I think that's it. We'll be having more spaces next week, so hang around and let's see you guys there. Bye-bye.
Well, yeah, thanks everybody for listening.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be in our chat if you want to come hang out.